Yo, yo, yo. Let's get it, baby, man. The Coleman Cowboy back at it again, man, with a little news. It's early, guys. It's early, man, but I just had to come back. Had to switch around my home, as you can see, man. So, took a couple days off from the streaming, man. But we back in a new week. Bye week's over with. It's a done deal. Done got And I'm looking at Green Bay and I'm looking at our injury report as well, man. We doing. I think we'll be okay with injuries. Zeke did not practice today. He did not practice today, but he's looking to be able to be there for the game. So we throw that out there now. It's more of a cautionary. Being smart, letting them get an extra little day to fully heal. After all, he just had a bye week, so we're looking at getting Zeke back. Not only that, man, James Washington, somebody else, and I will speak on James Washington, but he he looked like he back too, man. I just don't have high, huge hopes for Washington. Not only that, man, lacking a true understanding for his placement on this team. We're gonna dive into Kellen Moore. We're gonna dive into Mike McCarthy. And real quick, we're gonna first talk about the Packers because Cowboys is our team, baby. So we'll get the Packers knocked out right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this screen in here. And this is all I'm really gonna get off of them. I've been doing some research because it is a Monday. Teams are not really required to give too much leeway on their injuries until like Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday. I want to say Wednesday is the day they gotta kind of get that in there, like Wednesday, Thursday. It's like a couple of days before the game. They gotta throw that little list out there. But regardless, I looked up them because they're not looking very good at all. Keep in mind during the Lions game, which I did get to watch some of that. During that game, they lost some major bodies pretty early, man. And in fact, one of their guys, I believe, is one of their starting linebacker, man. I gotta bring up his stats, but yeah, they got a linebacker that may be out for the whole season. Like he keep in mind he ain't no Michael Parsons or nothing, but that's their starting linebacker. So it is important for them. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we should be able to really deal with Green Bay smoothly. This will not be like anything in the past. Uh where Green Bay has always been this horrific, tough team to deal with. Power hungry offense. It's not that, man. They're far from that. Teams lose people, teams lose receivers, star receivers and stuff, and it does hit the team. This team got hit. Green Bay is not Green Bay. And sometimes I actually wonder, like, does Aaron Rodgers want to be there? Like I just don't know. I feel like more so though, it's like the players don't care to play for Aaron Rodgers in a sense. I don't know what's going on in the organization. I ain't gonna even put too much on it. I do not research the organization like that. I deal with them when I come across them, just like I deal with all these other teams. I'm a cowboy. I'm a diehard, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. But let's get into the mix, man. Right off the bat, I don't know if you've seen the game, but Aaron Rodgers threw 3 interceptions, and that's not Aaron Rodgers, man. If I know AR, that's not him, man. Aaron Rodgers is pretty much the closest quarterback you can look at towards Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? That guy's a goat in his own category, in his own respect. He's a goat to me. Yeah, Tom Brady is the goat of QBs. Cool, man. But yeah, AB just like Tom Brady. I don't know if they got personal stuff going on at home. We know what Tom Brady's situation is. I don't know what's going on with Aaron, man. For me, it just seemed like he ain't even been able to be the quarterback that he was. I understand not having your receiver core, but NFL was saying a lot of the same stuff about my Cowboys, about Dak Prescott not losing a Amari Cooper and all that. So the excuses can go wherever they need to go. We ain't making them here, baby. You know what I'm saying? We trying to win games, dog. Um, let's see. I'm gonna back this out just quiet, just a little bit. Yeah, man, they lost. They lost a cornerback. They also lost 2 receivers. I think Christian's a more respectable receiver. That is a bigger hit loss for them. But the main thing I looked at too was their running back, Aaron Jones. So here's the deal with Green Bay. Their passing hasn't necessarily, they haven't been able to capitalize in the air just like that. I'm gonna say it like that. They ain't been just the greatest passing team. I know it's crazy, dog. I know, I get it, man. Cause you're talking about Aaron Rodgers, man. But yo, it's just what it is this year. They've been relying on their run game. When you look at the Lions game, both those teams were kind of into that game, like, yo, we're gonna have to run it. Whoever can run it the best gonna capitalize. And that's really what it boiled down to. So I'm not sure how the Packers are going to play us without your star running back. You don't want to throw it. You don't want to go in the air. I mean, Aaron Rodgers just gave up 3 interceptions to the freaking Lions, man. Uh, and my secondary, our secondary, we're gonna have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna eat it up if you throw that ball in the air. So I'm not sure how they're gonna come out and try to play us, man. But losing Aaron Jones, man, that's gonna be huge, man. It's gonna allow Dan Quinn to really, really expose that offense because I'm not seeing where that offense is gonna be able to do anything to us, man. So I'm gonna say it like this: this injury right here, man, is colossal. It's colossal. Now I don't wish injuries on nobody, or on no team, but it is what it is, dog. I mean, like, yeah, that helps. That helps a lot. My run defense, I am pretty confident with. I worry more about my run defense now after last week, after the addition of Jonathan Hankins. After the addition of him, I don't worry about my run defense as much in the middle. I look at my run defense and they're my worry more so when you talk postseason, when you talk about playoff running, when you talk about going deep into that. Yeah, that's where the scare comes in. But we capitalize on that middle. Chicago wasn't able to just run up through the gap. We got outside running that we need to worry about. And I ain't gonna lie, without Aaron Jones, man, I don't see him being able to do too much running. So what you're gonna get is you're gonna get Dan Quinn having a lot of fun scheming. Scheming. We got linebackers that's had their first show last week, Damon Clark. This gives him opportunity to get back in there and get in coverage because they're gonna have to throw it. Point blank period, they're gonna have to throw it. Anyway, they lost a left tackle as well. I'm not sure if he's gonna be back. That's one of those who could be back, but the main one is the linebacker, man. So I feel like we should put up some points this game. I feel like we should go into it. We can actually go into Green Bay, and this is crazy because if you think back, like, I don't know, just a year. You can go back just a year. If you think about it, man, hey, you don't think of seeing a season like this at all. Whew, y'all see this stat line right here? I'll get back to that. Yeah, they not doing. All right, so for the Packers, Rodgers was 23 of 43, which is horrible. That's under 50%, guys. I mean, it's exactly 50%. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with AR, man. I don't know that type of AR. Uh, for 291 yards with 1 TD, releasing 3 interceptions with the 53.5 passer rating, which is crazy, crazy, crazy low for AR, man. I don't think he's ever had that type of low of a passer rating. I mean, gosh, man, Cooper Rush on his bad game didn't even have a passer rating that bad. He also had 40 yards rushing on 4 scrambles. Running back AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones combined for just 59 yards on 20 attempts. So coming into that game, they knew that was going to be their way, is trying to run the ball. I mean, they knew that, man. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have great receivers. So ain't nobody worried about much of their receivers. He ain't really got a receiver core anyway, and he just lost like 2 of them. So what they gonna do? They're gonna probably promote certain running backs up from the practice squad, and they're gonna try to hope they can pound and mix in, I'm sure, some play action type stuff, some screens, I'm sure. But for the most part, man, this is gonna be. I feel like it should be an incapacitated game. I feel like we're gonna be good. If you look at the overall stats of it, and if you want to bring in stats and do it that way, you could say it like this: our offense, man, kind of has a not real true ranking right now because our offense ranking is basically busted and gisted on Cooper Rush's reign when he got in there. We're only in week 10, man. So yeah, like, or we're in week 10. We just had a bye. So you're talking about in a span of 8 games. I mean, so I don't look at our rankings right now. What I will say is our offense is a lot more powerful than what our rankings show. Our defense, on the other hand, it sits where it needs to sit. Our defense is looking nasty, bro. Period, point blank. So when you come in and you're dealing with an offense that is highly incomplete, very inefficient right now, it's gonna be a blowout. Ain't no way to put it, man. What's up with your sleepy bishop, man? Appreciate you for joining in, baby. Yeah, Dak is my go-to, homie. For sure, for sure. So with it, my boy Sloppy McFloppy, man. That's who that is, man. Yeah. So I was actually listening to Lil Wayne this morning about Aaron Rodgers, man, and yeah, they I mean, Green Bay feel that way. Like he probably should have left. You know, he probably should have left, man. Somebody said, look like he doing too much DMT and not enough CBD. Oh man, I gotta keep Facebook at bay because they be throwing me off, man. That was my boy Matt Hurst who actually made that comment, man. Yeah, I'll tell you like this, guys. It's gonna be a weird game. It's gonna be embarrassing. Um, I honestly feel comfortable sitting certain people who on our team is kind of questionable on injury or whatnot. Maybe this is a game to put James Washington in there to see, you know, how he can perform. So I did say I wanted to speak on James Washington. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't care about James. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care for James Washington. I just don't think he can contribute anything better for this team than what we're able to do already, what we've been able to do. But who's to say he can't? You know what I'm saying? So he's here. I don't want to waste the body. So yo, let's get him in there. Some of the mix for this game. I won't, you know, I won't sleep on Green Bay's defense or passing defense, so to say. But I feel like it's a good game to do it. They can't and they shouldn't be able to really capitalize offensively. The way I'm looking at Green Bay's team right now, man, they shouldn't score a touchdown. I mean, they may make some field goals, cool, but I don't see them scoring a touchdown. And you talking about my Cowboys who's basically holding teams what like 15.6, 16.6 points per game. You're lucky to see more than those points per game. And if you do, well, we're gonna blow you out like we did with Chicago. Yeah, we let you get more than 16 points. You got your 29. Well, we're gonna top you with another 20. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna lead the game with 49. So I say it like this, man. Don't stress this game. This should be an easy win. I feel like we can win our next few games, getting us to at least 11-2. That's what I feel like, guys. And with the recent games, kind of open like with the bye week. That was a good bye week for us, man. Some weird things went down, man. Some weird wins, some weird losses, dog. Like teams, I felt like probably shouldn't have lost that game. They lost some games, man. Like for example, I watched the Bills game, man. That was a shocking game, man. That was a shocking game. The Bills and the Jets. And I'm just looking like y'all know it's the NFL, man. So like when you think about stuff that should be, can't really say that's the case, man. And I still firmly believe if we would have played the Eagles with Dak, we would have blew them out too. Called me crazy. I feel like we would have blew them out too. Had a drink on that one. Look, man. On our side of the ball, when you look at the injuries, most of our people that we want and need will be back. When I think about like blessings in disguise, I'm not gonna lie. Lewis getting injured, that's a blessing in disguise, man. That's a blessing in disguise, man. Jerron Bland, I feel like gonna have a good game. I feel like he's gonna have an explosive game. I feel like I feel like Diggs can come out with an interception this game too. Injury wise on defense, we're looking pretty stout, baby. We're looking pretty good. Not much that I'm worried about on that. I do want to keep Jerron Bland in there, and I do want to see Damon Clark steady. I think that Anthony Barr probably won't be necessarily fully ready to go anyway. Like I said, Wednesday I'll be doing a video, and that'll be 100% injury updates. Right now, we're just going off of stuff that your people can get in there and get us, which is nobody other than reporters, man. Reporters and people that's going to be reporting on these teams who have the access to be around these teams. That's how you're going to get the word from. Closer to Wednesday, when you get at least 2 more practices in there, you can pretty much talk from there. If you see guys that ain't practice after Wednesday, it ain't a good look that these guys are going to be in the game on game day. So that's why I always say kind of wait on Wednesday. You'll be able to get the whole if they played, have participation, limited, and you kind of can go from there. When you get people by Wednesday limited, they pretty much can have a good shot of playing. Some of these guys, though, their comeback is just not horrific for me. It's just not something that I care for. Like I was asking me, man, I need to see some of our guys get back from injury and get like who you lusting to see. He was like, man, I want to see Simi. I want to see Simi get in there, and I want to see what James Washington got. And then they keep talking about Tolbert, and I was like, guys, Tolbert's not injured. You know what I'm saying? Like Tolbert's just not ready to be on the field, guys. Which is not something that I'm worried about. I think Tolbert's just one of those guys. He's a year 2 type guy. And you look at Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup took 2 years to be where he is now. It took him 2 years to be ready. It took him 2 years to be able to get on the field and actually produce for us. It's okay, cool, whatever, man. I'm not slapping on it or tripping on it or gonna cause a heroic uproar about it. The facts are this. Facts are you can't call him a bust yet. You know what I mean? Wait till he gets on the field and busts. Then we could say he'll bust. As far as draft grade, man, we did good on our draft, so I ain't tripping on none of that. But with my receiver core, I'm kind of like, man, look, I don't really care to see Simi in there. Because Simi's somebody that's not going to be threatened to be cut off season. James Washington is. James Washington is in like, bro, he is in like caution error, warning. Like, he gonna have to be able to produce something. He gonna have to be able to go out there and show that he's needed. Because right now, man, you've been outplayed. You've been outplayed by a couple. You've been outplayed by Noah Brown. Noah Brown's injured. You know what I'm saying? Will he be back? I don't know. We'll find out Wednesday. I'll let you know Wednesday. But if he is injured, go ahead and let James Washington get up in there, man, and either destroy his time here or capitalize on it. Because that's only 2 things he can do. Period. Point blank, period. Let me see. Yeah, more than likely, from what I'm reading, we're going to see a lot of A.J. Dillon for the Packers, man. Let me see. And I wouldn't necessarily sleep on a guy either. Hey man, look, sloppy, bro. I don't know about that comment, bro. I'm gonna change that one, bro. We're gonna do it like that. He gonna be a go to him currently. Hmm. Yeah, man. Ain't nobody worried about AJ Dillon, man. Junior. Everybody worried about him, dog. Oh man. Since like 2020. Or I mean, since 2020 to now. I mean, the guy's he's a little under like 1,500 yards, man. He averages about 4.3 yards a carry. Only has 8 touchdowns in like 2 years. and honestly only has 52 receiving yards. I'm just trying to look up the stats. 331 attempts. I'll pull it up for you fellas, man. But yeah, this is not somebody that I'll go, man, watch out. He could have a breakout game. Like, I just don't. He ain't looking all that good, man. Yeah, man. So if you look at him, man. Yeah. So if you look at his last line, man, this is gonna be him for his career, yo. You know what I mean? And it's not something that I find to be a worry. Not for me. It's not that doesn't show me explosiveness. Doesn't show me breakaway speed. Didn't show. I mean, it don't tell you anything really. But what it does tell you is he ain't no Saquon Barkley. You know, he ain't no Ezekiel Tony. Yeah, man. That's what we're gonna be laying eyes on this Sunday. Unless somehow, man, I doubt it. But unless somehow, man, Jones is ready to go. But even like, here's the deal, guys. Even if both these running backs are able to be good, ready to go, and full throttle by Sunday at 3:25 p.m., who worried about it? You said no. What's up with your my boy Kelly? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So that's about all we gonna get off of that injury, man, because it's unfortunately it's just a Monday. Yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, I'm done looking at him because he ain't really nothing to be kind of having a feud about at all, man. These guys are not gonna be good, man. We're gonna have Aaron Rodgers really in a panic, which he's been, I feel like, all season. He ain't he ain't been comfortable in that backfield. And what he gonna find out is when he comes see us, we gonna really disrupt that, man. A lot of these teams still, for some reason, I feel like still sleep on my defense. Still consider my defense not to be somewhat of a threat. I'm not understanding why. I mean, look at Chicago, bro. They even did a boot, man, where they gave it straight to the running, like the running back hiked it and straight took off with it. Teams are so scared to go in the air with us. That's what I'm telling you. They fear more of our, secondary and less of more so. Well, here I'll put it like this. I ain't gonna say that. Maybe they fear my secondary because of my O line. I mean, because of my D line. So I won't say that, man. But I do feel like there's a lack of just respect when my when my defense step on that dang on field, man. Some of these plays they be trying to run, some of these attempts to keep going forward on fourth down. I kind of be like, really, guys? And it's all good, it's all gravy. Uh yeah, they long story short, man, Green Bay is beat the hell up. That's the best way to put it. Green Bay is beat the hell up. And if they weren't, it wouldn't be. I still feel like it'll be a dominant game for us. I'm more so concerned about making some key changes. Everybody's locked up and wrapped up on this Odell Beckham situation. And I'm kind of like, dude, Odell is in a situation where he's fetching to kind of land somewhere. And I know I heard his last because he actually kind of interviewed, he spoke about it and he said he wants to come to Cowboys. He said Green Bay was one of the teams as well. The Giants and there was another team. And I'm kind of like, man, I just don't know on that situation. And I just feel like we could slip up on him. He wouldn't be ready to December. Yeah, and I ain't nobody really trying to wait on December to figure out what we're gonna do with our receiving core. I kind of want to get a more understanding about what's about to happen. We got a lot of things to expect in December. For example, like we can expect Tyron Smith to be back in December, and then we're gonna have this whole O-line conversation. Yeah, that's hey, you know what? My guy just said something tremendously smart, man. And that's something you guys need to look at too. Is the fact that it's big fact. I mean, he came off of an injury when he was going to the Rams. He was coming off of an injury, so obviously very injury prone. Uh, and he did only play 5 games. You know, with the Rams, he made a pretty much I want to say like a good little touchdown play, and then it was like he was injured and he was out. You know what I mean? My scare for me is just you ain't seen or heard nothing at for a receiver of his caliber. We should have been hearing a lot more about his rehab situation. You know what I'm saying? And that just kind of makes me go, You know what I'm saying? There's somebody you're gonna have to give some money to. You're not gonna be able to put them on a 1 year, $2 million. You're not gonna be able to do that one, dog. You know what I'm saying? So before you give your money to somebody like this, you kind of want to know what's going on truly injury wise. What's going on with your rehab? How are you looking with rehab? Because all we can say now is, yeah, we could expect them in December. But who gives a damn about December right now? We got games right now, man. I'm not worried about late December. Late December, you gonna know if you looking at playoffs or not. So why would you want to too early make a decision that could be so invalid? I'm not about to play this, man. First of all, if you come over here, you're gonna need to come over here. And I'm like, don't get it twisted. I'm all game to get Odell over here. But for what price? That is the key for me. What price? What you trying to charge me, Odell? You a free agent now, buddy. What you want to come over here and play for Dallas? You say you want a home. He claimed that he wants to, wherever he goes, he wants to be there for like the remaining of his football career. And he did mention in his words, that doesn't mean he only got like 2, 3, 4 years left in him. He just saying he want to land and be home. Well, you got family here in Texas, dog. But you talking about stuff that's irrelevant. I need to know where you at. Can you give me an interview and maybe a leak of video or something of you rehabbing? Let me see that. You know what I mean? Because I just don't know your status, man. And all we can hear is that same December talk. But there's too much going on in December already that's about to really cause some coaching decisions already. Because like I said, Tyron Smith gonna be coming back in December. You know what? To be honest, Kelly, bro, I guess that's the bottom line for me. Would it be nice to have him? Yeah, but we speaking on Odell that we've seen come in and go dumb. These injuries like this, and it takes this time like this, it makes you question what you're gonna get. And Cowboys have been notorious for picking up these athletes who have come off an injury and there's no more left in the juice. You know what I'm saying? Just for a small example, you look at Jason Peters. I don't like Conor McGovern's play as much, but I can't say my boy ain't been playing terrible. You know what I'm saying? But when I see Jason Peters go in there, Jason Peters is a big ass. I'm sorry, he is a big boy, man. And Jason be getting beat the hell up in there, man. I've seen him have some flashes, but again, this is not a rookie. It's an older guy. It's a veteran, and I don't want to be getting more veterans that are just questionable. We're not sure. You can spend that money other places. You could have spent the money other places. If you ask me right now, would I sign Odell Beckham right now? Or if, say, for example, Brandon Cooks got cut, will we go get him? Which one would you get? Honestly, at this point right now, right here and now in November, I'm going for freaking Brandon Cooks. That's what I'm going for. I'm not going for Odell Beckham because I don't know. It's just too much around it. But Dallas fans are going to be Dallas fans, and I love y'all, baby. We're going to ride together, man. But what I'm telling y'all is, man, it's not so white and black. You know, it's there's a gray in this, man. And the gray is, where is you at? It's all good to have that athlete we knew, but where you at? It ain't no different than me saying y'all still want Ed Reed. And you got to ask yourself for what? And you gotta ask yourself, but I mean, like, he old, like he ain't even playing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that was the guy we was begging to get. That was the guy we was all like, man, we need to go out and get that guy. I know y'all remember about how it was when Ed Reed was on the dang on block, bro. How we was as Cowboy fan. We wanted him, man. Two years later, and he ain't playing ball no more. Will that be Odell Beckham is the question. I don't know what my boy out here doing. I don't know if he's fully taking care of himself, but I do feel like any athlete that's trying to get back in action, man, that's trying to sell himself or brand himself, you're going to show what you're doing. I mean, you're an athlete. How many views you're more than likely to be on ESPN sitting in your workout room rehabbing, dropping a little video to rehab. I bet Odell Beckham get on ESPN just from that. I bet you. He got on ESPN talking about where he want to play at. It's too much. It's too much. I don't know. It's too much. I don't know. And I'm not hesitant to sign nobody right now that I don't know about. We got receivers right now that we have on this team, and we don't know about them. Right now, Tolbert, Washington. Yo, exit these guys out, or you know what I'm saying? We need to figure out what we're doing with them. We need to see what they got going. So again, for this Green Bay game, if I could have anything my way, I'll go back on the Zeke and Pilar situation, equal out their touches, make sure they got the same amount of touches. As long as Pilar got in between 10 to, let's say, 10 to 18 touches, and Zeke got his carries, bro, we good. Little fun fact, man, we are undefeated when Tony Pilar has more than 10 carries. When Tony and Zeke both carrying the rock, we are undefeated this year, guys. Undefeated. Mix that in there and go ahead and get some of these receivers looked at that we need to look at. Like, I keep saying it because it's detrimental to me, man. Washington, bro. Man, I'm not trying to have two Washingtons on my team because that's what Odell can be. Since y'all keep wanting to talk to me about Odell, this is what that could be right now. Moving too early, should I say. So that's why there ain't no quick movements on that. It's easy to talk about where you want to be, but ain't nobody talking about how you looking. Talk to me about how you looking. Talk to me about how your health is, man. Then we can get down to the nitty and gritty. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers' stats and just looking at the game, reading it, and it's just horrible, man. I'm not sure. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Aaron Rodgers, man. Are y'all worried about him? Truly. Is anybody like actually out here kind of like, yo, man, y'all sleeping on AR, dog? You gonna come out there and make us look stupid? Is anybody actually worried about Aaron Rodgers? And even if you are, answer me this: who you gonna throw it to? I don't know what Green Bay's not second. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I don't know what their second team is really consistent of. Excuse me, guys. So my predictions is my prediction. So that's my predictions. AR gonna come out here. They're gonna try to run the ball, and more likely it's gonna be some outside running. Because we're gonna have Osa, we're gonna have Bohanna, and we're gonna have Jonathan right there in that middle. And if you haven't done your own film study on Jonathan, bro, with nobody running up the middle on Jonathan, guys. I know it's hard to believe that because you say, oh man, but yo, if you look at the Chicago's Cowboys game, man, it looked like Chicago were running it on us. Yeah, I feel you, dog. But they weren't running it through my middle. That's not what they was doing. In fact, when those attempts happened, sacks were made, tackles for loss was made, people were stuffed. Jonathan's up there taking up bodies, dog. So ain't nobody really worried about Green Bay coming out there trying to run the rock, especially if we aware of it. Man, we'll pull down like our safeties operate as wheel linebackers anyway. Yeah, if you understand how Dan Quinn runs the defense, they operate in the same sense as linebackers, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen, but Dan Quinn gonna pull them down. Y'all keep trying to run the rock. We're gonna pull them down. We're gonna contain our outsides. It's gonna be easy peasy game. 3-and-outs, 3-and-outs, 3-and-outs. And it's gonna allow our offense to really come out there and just kind of show what they got, show what they're gonna do. But I feel like we should use it also to capitalize on other players. Call me what it is, call me what you want, man. I really just want to push people out of my organization that don't need to be here, man. And I don't want to add extras, man. So with the Odell Beckham talk, that's just where I stand on it, man. To kind of summarize this live, man, it goes like this. Green Bay, injury prone as hell right now, not looking good. And if you swipe injuries away and then you just look at Green Bay and overall, SHIT crap, just boo-boo crumbs. I'm not quite sure what's wrong with the organization right now. I don't know if you want to just solely blame it on coaching, if you want to blame it on AR. I don't know what you want to do, but that's the takeaway. They got a lot of injuries, man. So do we, though, but we don't have detrimental injuries right now. We got our running backs, we got our quarterbacks, we got our linemen. If you flip the ball around on defense, we're looking good, fellas, man. We're looking really, really good. All of our key people are there. If you look at people like Anthony Barr, those are people that I kind of feel like, we're not really too much worried about. I do want Devin Harper to get back, man. I want to see more out of Devin Harper. So Wednesday will be more of a look at some of these guys. Noah Brown is another key lookout that I'll be looking for on Wednesday to kind of give you guys an update on Noah Brown. Our true injury report, we're going to really have to wait till Wednesday because mainly for the obvious reasons, we did not play last week. So it ain't like we seen new injuries or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? We're coming off a bye, letting people heal up. That doesn't mean everybody's just going to be full throttle ready to go, but it does mean more than likely we'll get most of our injuries wiped out. There was an update on Tyron Smith. So we do know Tyron will be making a return in December. With that return, you have the question you have to ask yourself, hey, what do we want to do with our O-line? Do we want to put Tyron Smith back out at tackle and kick in Tyler Smith? That would be what I want. I want Tyron Smith to come if he's fully healthy. Speaking if he's fully healthy, I would want Tyron Smith to come in, take back over his position, and then we go ahead and kick Tyler Smith in to guard and let him dog some guys at guard. I think he's played a great game. I think he's a great lineman. And I think you got to love what you got out of him, period. McGovern, man, like I said, ain't been playing crap, but ain't just been playing just great. You know what I'm saying? So, and stats-wise, don't look healthy for him either. So, I do want to see him kind of come out. It'd be nice if we can get our best five on that field. Not to say I don't want him on the field. I don't mind seeing Connor in that backfield, baby. I don't mind that, man. Want to see more tight end sets, 3 tight end sets. I think we'll have a fun game. I think Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy have been doing good. So I do want to conclude this live and close out with speaking on them real quick because we got to slow down on them, man. We got to calm down with the hate and the bad talking on them. We got to pause. I do feel like Mike McCarthy has put his foot down a lot more, man. This wasn't his offense. That's why he didn't know the playbook. Keep that in mind. McCarthy did not know the playbook. It wasn't his offense, period. Then you had Kellen Moore doing things, doing exotic plays, and hoping for him to make the best. And then when they didn't, you never saw him again. All that's kind of getting out. It's getting pushed out. And that's all good. You know what I'm saying? We're being more successful on some of these plays that Kellen Moore likes to do. And we're not straying away from things. And those are all good things. And I feel like that's more of Mike McCarthy putting more of his foot down. I feel like Mike McCarthy's been more of a mentor, more of a mentor. And another thing to speak on is if you ask players about how they feel about Mike McCarthy, bro, they got some good stuff to say, man. Multiple players that ain't even still like, they're not even following his lead of coaching. They're not his coach no more. That's not their coach. You know what I'm saying? But these guys still got high stuff to speak on Mike McCarthy. And I wouldn't continue to keep antagonizing Mike, man. I think Mike has really changed and understood, and he took a beating, dude, like a mental beating during offseason. It's hard to be a part of these Cowboys, man. You get judged pretty tough, man. And Cowboy fans turn their back on people quick, man. They turn their back on people quick. You know, you look at Jalen, you look at all these players, man. It's easy to turn your back on people when you playing for the Cowboys. It's easy to deal with people turning their back on you. McCarthy, I just want to say as fans, man, yo, we gotta love what he's doing as a head coach, man. As that guy that controls and runs these players, man. He's doing good stuff, dude. And I feel like he has been there for Kellen Moore to kind of help him and keep him at a consistent base. Like I've always said, man, Kellen Moore's worst problem is inconsistency. With inconsistency, you don't get efficiency. So that was my biggest thing, man. Getting my offense to be efficient. When you see a top tier offense like us, man, sitting around in the 20s the next year, it sucks, bro. The ranking, it sucks, man. It hurts and it's cool. But if you pay attention closely, that offense been doing different things and they've been capitalizing and they've been moving smart. Smart play calling, moving defenders, moving linebackers, getting people out the play. That's how you make things happen, man. Real quick, because y'all been tripping on the Pollard and Zeke situation. I think, and kudos and salute, to Mike McCarthy. I think we need to leave it alone. Let it be what it is, man. Just try to get Tony just a few more carries. All right. That's what I think the game plan should be. I feel like it should be less of, do the Cowboys have a number one back? That's what I would like to see. I would like to be just more like, man, hey, yo, them Cowboys, they running backs, nasty. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be like, who's number one, who's number two. I just feel like, man, let them boys run. Let them boys run on you. They run different. You know, what I've been seeing recently is you got the hammer and you got the sword, man. Zeke, that's your hammer, baby. And Tony Pollard, that is your sword, dog. Let them keep 1-2 punching it, man. You know, it's easy to be like, yo, you want to fight a sword or do you want to deal with that dude that's bringing that hammer? But what do you do when you got to fight both of that? You know what I'm saying? As a defense, you're going to get worn out. Keep in mind, guys, there's offensive lines 10 times worse than ours, man. No, we ain't gonna say 10 times, but there's a lot of offensive line that's worse than ours. I don't think our offensive line is suffering as much as we like to act like they are, man. Can they get better? Hell yeah. But I don't want to disrupt my offensive line just yet. So it's kind of cool that we do got a period of waiting before Tyron Smith does come back. But I do want Tyron to resume being at left tackle. There's concerns with that because we've been doing more moving our line out to block, doing more moving with them, more lead blockings. And I wonder if Tyron can kind of keep up with all of that. But I think it's best to get your best five on the field. Your best five on the field by far. If you're a true Cowboy fan and you truly do watch my boys, you truly do understand the game and truly do some kind of film type of research or whatnot, film study, then you would understand your best five offensive linemen by far, Tyron Smith, and in this lineup, not necessarily the order, but in this lineup. You get what I'm saying? Tyron Smith, point blank period. Tyler Smith, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, still. That's how you want that to go. I do feel like at this point, with Tyler Smith getting the plan that he's gotten in, I feel like, man, the boy can eat at guard, man. Yeah. I feel like he'll eat at guard, man. I feel like he can eat at guard. I feel like he's getting comfortable into the game. I feel like the boy is strong as hell. And I feel like he can really help that side over there, man. For right now, left side's the weak side. Period. And we can't keep on relying on trying to switch out McGovern and Jason. They both trash. Low key. So we got to figure it out, man. And I think that's the answer to that. But for right now, it's about building that consistency and keep moving. Again, 100% kudos, shout outs to Kellen Moore. Great game, man. Bring it to us again with Green Bay. Don't switch it up on me, baby. Don't switch it up. Bring it again with Green Bay. This is the year to destroy Green Bay. Green Bay is not on point. Yo, Green Bay is not on point. Defensively, offensively, there's nothing we shouldn't be able to overcapitalize with. I feel like we should run through this game this week, man, and be ready for the next week. Look for more people to return. And let's kind of get a look at, man. Hey, so before I go, man, your little eye catchers for the game, people you want to kind of watch out for, which I'll add to this more video closer to the game day. But DaRon Bland, man, keep an eye out for him, man. Kind of keep a lookout, man. This could be somebody that could be starting next year. And I told y'all that preseason. I told y'all that preseason. I told you there's somebody to look at, and I told you that somebody that will find his way on the field. And what do we got right now? We got DaRon Bland on the field. So, man, know the game, learn the game, respect the game. Keep an eye out for the game, baby. Yo, the Coleman Cowboy, this has been my time. Keep an eye out for DaRon Bland. Keep an eye out for your tight end sets. Keep an eye out on who's playing, who's doing what for your tight ends. We've been doing a lot more 3 tight end sets. And like I said, one reason why I gave a shout out to Mike McCarthy is because we didn't deter from what we were doing. We kept running the same type of setups, man, and it was consistent and consistent. We didn't switch it up, and that's what we had bad. Mike McCarthy letting Kellen Moore do all this weird crap, and some of it be like, "Yeah, Kellen," but then someone be like, "What, Kellen? Why?" So, like, I'm just glad that there's a huge change up, a huge difference going on there, man. Yo, salute, salute, salute. Dallas, DC for life, baby. The Coleman Cowboy. This has been my time, and I appreciate y'all for coming through. Um, keep being in on this chat, man. I like to interact with y'all, man. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your mindset. The next one I'll do, I'm planning on making sure it's a call in. So that way people can call in. Your voice can get on this channel, man. Get on this live. You can talk to me, man. We can talk it out. We can hash it out, man. I normally call those shows Let's Talk About It. So it'll be Talk About It on the title. So you'll know that's kind of a call-in show. And I'll try to put it on a call in. Let's talk about it. But I love when you guys call in. First time I did the call in, it was really good, really great, man. I think I got like only 4 like call-ins, but it was like a great 4 call-ins. So, man, I'm young at this. I'm new at this, man. I only get better. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to elevate myself. What I will say is the subscribers, man, we're getting up to, I think, 79 at the current moment. Let's help you, boy, man. Let's get up to 100, man. It's tiny, man. It's sound funny saying it, man. Especially, people got thousands of subscribers or whatnot, man. But you got to start somewhere, and I'm gonna be humble with that process. So if you guys can be humble with me, man, help this process grow. Let's do this, man. Help me get up to 100 subscribers. Let's get it. Let's go, baby. The Coleman Cowboy. That's been my time. Once again, shout out to Voch Lombardi, Law Nation, Foots the King, man, Okoye. These are guys that I all look up to and salute with, man. Hey, have a good one, man.